I love processing, I love printing, I love the darkroom. And that's why I have not gone digital, because it doesn't give me that high. I love the smell of chemicals, I don't know.
This story is about a bunch of film photography lovers who formed a community darkroom. A dark room is a place where we develop negatives into physical photographs, generally on photographic paper. But you wonder, why would anyone bother about film cameras anymore?
A photograph is a very physical thing, not just the front side, even the back side is a photograph. If it's printed on a newspaper, that's a print. It's like a printout, it's not a photograph.
Alright, so in the old analog cameras, the negatives always had to be developed to result in a physical photograph. But what is wrong if one just takes a printout from a digital camera? Why is that not a photograph? To answer that, let's think about paintings.
People use acrylics, they use watercolors, whatever. And now we have iPads, you can even paint on iPad and print out on canvas. But is that a painting?
Isn't it kind of obvious to us that a printout of a painting is not the same as a real painting? But how come when it comes to photography, we really don't care whether a file from a digital camera was printed or whether a negative was developed using a chemical process? To understand this, we need to understand the three different categories of photographers that are out there. The first category comprises of those people who shoot for fun. They take their cameras on a vacation or to a friend's wedding. The next category is of the service providers who use photography as a means of livelihood. The wedding photographers, the studio photographers, the fashion photographers.
They have shifted to digital because it's very convenient. The moment you click, you can send it.
And the third category is of those people who use photography as an art form. They simply use it to create their own visual language. Now, the moment you consider photography as an art, digital and film simply become two different visual means of expression. One is not better than the other. Just because you can print a digital picture from a printer does not mean you need to stop using chemicals to process a film. Just because you can paint and print from an iPad does not mean you need to stop painting on canvas. The problem is when one simply forgets the canvas. The problem is when an art form starts dying.
We started this center over here, a community darkroom, thinking that there may be, more like-minded people. And if we have like a sizable number, we could experiment together. And in the last 3.5 years now, people got aware, and now every month at least 2-3 people come here to experiment with different kinds of processes. Our plan is to also have collaborative darkrooms have it with other organizations in other cities. It's been great fun, lots of mistakes, lots of screw-ups, but nobody died.